Oh, we're on the ground watching conditions in real time.
Yeah, this is in the Outer Banks, especially as we see wind come in our way. Alex Littlehales joins us there now with the latest.
We're giving you a look here near the Oregon Inlet on the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. Some of the cars that you can see behind me, there is standing water about 2 miles south of the Pea Island Refuge Visitor Center. So the cars that you see coming behind me, they are being redirected and turned around because of that standing water, because of some of this minor to moderate flooding here on the Outer Banks. We know this can be a particularly bad stretch of road during winter storms and even hurricane season, but the difference today is that the weather is warm. There are pockets of sunshine, but this area is still seeing minor to moderate risks of flooding because of those high winds. Just north of us, where we are now, we saw those high tides beginning to match the ground level in areas like Kitty Hawk and Kill Devil Hills along the Roanoke and Albemarle Sound. Communities around Duck and the main stretch of the Outer Banks still only expecting minor flooding impacts with a low tide of around 5.8 feet. I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.
A lot of that going on. A lot of people are worried about NC-12 as well as we head into the afternoon.
Yeah, we know there's already been some overwash there, and Highway 12 is closed on Ocracoke Island from the ferry terminal down towards the Pony Pin, and that's why we had that flood warning that is in effect, and it still runs here through 4 o'clock this evening for the Outer Banks of Dare and Hyde counties. And it's because of those winds blowing across the Albemarle and Pamlico Sounds. As they do so, they push that wind up against the western edges there of the Outer Banks, and that's why we're seeing some of those issues along the Outer Banks, even on Roanoke Island, down towards Manio, and you heard Alex talk about up even towards Kitty Hawk. So there have been those issues. The good news is those winds will start to diminish as we go here later through the afternoon, and that will improve conditions along the Outer Banks, and will also help with the windy conditions that we're seeing here across Hampton Roads. Now, the